this out. Coleman had so many requests for solar capability on the ever-famous 17B that they created a whole new camper called the 18OG. And this thing is built to go off-road. So what are some of those differences? Well, we're gonna have a number of them. Starting off actually right up front, you can see right here you have 200 amp hour lithium batteries. The cool thing about this is it actually has a separate shutoff just for the batteries for extra protection. Plus you still get your Gigi box right there for your 12 volt distribution system. You have the battery disconnect there. And then you also have one in the pass-through for the solar. But speaking of solar, as I said, this thing is built to be off-grid. You have 660 watts of solar on here, set as three 220 watt panels with a 2000 watt inverter. Let's head on inside real quick here, and then we'll come back out and hit the rest of the outside. You know, nothing too crazy. If you've seen the Coleman 17B, which if you haven't, where have you been? You're gonna see a lot of things that look very familiar here, right? So essentially this is a family camper. You have two bunks in the back, USB ports there, window up top and down below. One of the big differences though, right down underneath, you can see they added a storage door there in the 18OG, just giving you a little bit more access to that storage space there, making it a little bit easier to be able to utilize the space under the bunk. You'll also see over here you get a 32-inch TV. This comes with it as well. This is standard. Now this is going to be just your standard 120 volt TV, but again, because it has that inverter and it's plugged into an inverted outlet right here, it will still function. Folks, with the lithium batteries and having the 660 watts of solar, you can run everything in here. You can run the AC, you can have the lights on. I am told the only time that you may have a little bit of difficulty is if you're running the AC full blast and you use the microwave at the same time. That's just a pretty big draw on there. But other than that, folks, this thing runs everything. Fridge, you got it. It does it. Right down under here, you have a little bit of additional storage space. You can see that. Couple pull-out drawers. Yes, it has a furnace in case it gets cold. You have your 2-burner cooktop right there in the back. Tankless on-demand water heater, another inverted outlet. You have a robe hook, your toilet right there, and then of course the shower. Now if I stand in this shower at 6 foot tall, yes, I can fully stand up here in the 18OG. I don't have to bend down. That's huge when we're talking about a smaller camper. Kind of making our way back up front, you can see the dinette. Yes, it does drop down into a bed, although not a huge one. It is still a sleeping space. There is a big window right there though, which is wonderful. And then you have storage all across the top. The AC, I kind of already hit on right over there. Sorry, I had to turn the light on, one wasn't on. And then right up here, look at that, you get the upgraded fan. Instead of being the little, in the industry, what we call a fart fan, where it's like, this one gives a nice big one that's actually going to make a difference. It's actually going to move some air. You fire that thing up and you will feel it. Again, you have an outlet right there as well as a USB port shelf going across the top. And then of course our wardrobe there. There are going to be some other features outside here that I do want to hit on. One of them is going to be the fact that it gives you more ground clearance. Again, with the intent of being an off-the-grid camper, they want to make sure that you can access places a little bit easier. Also, if we take a look at the suspension here, you will see that they upgraded the suspension as well. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but right here is a shock. So you get the leaf springs and you have a shock here, just really helping to beef up that suspension. You can see the nice big rugged tires on here. They actually upgraded the axle on here as well. Went from a 4,000 to a 4,400 pound axle. You get a nice big 46 gallon fresh tank that is mounted in the frame there too. And I didn't mention this when we were up front, but instead of a 20 pound propane tank, it has gone to a 30. Now, if we take a look at the back, again, nothing too crazy here. You can see prep for a backup camera as well as prep for the Lippert ladder on the go. Right over to the side, this is that storage I was mentioning that is underneath the bed. You can see your cable prep there as well. 30 amp detachable power cord will go there, and then up front is going to be our water connections as well as the tankless water heater. Now, you may be saying, Ian, I'm interested. I love this. What are we looking at for price? Where can I find one? Well, luckily for you, right down in the description is a link. Simply click on that. It will show you nearest availability as well as price on this unit. It's way more affordable than you probably think, and you're getting a ton of great features to actually camp off-grid with the family. Hope you enjoyed this one, folks. I think this is a great camper. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see ya.